I felt that some people thought that I wouldn't make it. And I didn't want to be the kid that didn't make it and had to go back home and tell your family and your friends and your classmates that you didn't make it. What I can tell you, though, is that getting the law school degree was probably the single most important thing that I've done in my entire life. And I say that because it opened up my mind to the world. I had such a closed mind, and it just showed me that I really don't know anything about anything. And it was really a wonderful academic experience. There is just no doubt about it. It really opened my mind and made me who I am today. So, that being said, somebody could take a legal education and not necessarily practice law. There are other things that you could do. You could go work for a company. There's just a lot of non-practicing opportunities that you could get. It will never hurt you to have a law degree. So, I would say that it's not going to hurt you no matter what you do. Michigan is absolutely awesome. I miss it. Loved it. I love the slower pace. But there were a couple of things as a Boston person that really jumped out at me. So when I landed at the airport, I had a couple of bags and I was going to my apartment. And I'm outside. It's a small little airport, and I'm outside and I'm waiting for a cab or something. I don't know if I called. There's no Uber and stuff like that. So when I was on the plane, there was a couple, and they had 4 kids, all toddlers. And I don't know, we chatted for a few minutes, but just small talk. Sometimes you'll chat on the plane. So when I got off the plane, I'm waiting outside, and it's, I don't know, a little while, and then I see the family come, and they're 4 young kids. They've got their bags and they're walking to the car, whatever, and the guy says to me, "Hey, do you need a ride?" And in Boston, if someone were to say to you, "Do you need a ride?" you'd look at them like, and I actually said, "Yeah, sure, I'll take a ride." And we all got in the car, 4 toddlers and myself and this nice couple, and they drove me to my apartment. So that was the beginning of my Michigan Cooley story. It doesn't get any better than that. When would that ever happen? And I got out and thank you, great, good luck to you, and with kids in the car. So I knew that this place is good because there's just good people here. And the amazing thing was that story held true throughout my whole time in Michigan. It really did. There wasn't anything I didn't like about it because there's just good people. You have to put the time in. You have to learn. Don't take a shortcut, because shortcuts, I look back on the shortcuts that I took, and shortcuts, you're gypping yourself. You're not gypping. You can get by. You can skip class and you can, you know, copy the guy's paper and get help that you're not supposed to get help. But the fact is that you're gypping yourself. You really are. And so I would say learn as much as you can. Try to be a good student. Everything will work out for you. Don't do what you're required to do. I mean, we're all going to take shortcuts. I mean, you're in college, you skip a class or whatever. I mean, that's life. That stuff does happen. But I think with that, I took too many shortcuts. And then it made it harder for me to continue on my path, because then as I got up the chain, everything got a lot harder, where some of the kids who have practiced more than I did in school and did the right thing, it was a little easier path for them. So, but the good thing about law is that it's always changing and there's always so much to learn. And I think that's what makes the law interesting, is that it's just, every case is different. Every client is different. Every need is different. The facts and circumstances are different. And then applying the law to whatever facts you have. It's interesting, challenging, good work.